Welcome to the celestial blueprint of the architecture in the Sky Palace world, a place to explore its divine design. Today, we aim to examine, in a single framework, the cosmology, geography, and social doctrines presented in our 1557th lecture. The central focus of this lecture is to reconstitute the intricate framework taught by the divine teacher into a rigorous system of the universe's laws, sacred geography, and human architecture. The core conflict lies between principle and opportunism. The principles of the White Palace, that is, providence, are absolute and everlasting truths brought down from the heavens. They are directed toward the awakened minority of 144,000, aiming for the ultimate spiritual ascent. On the other hand, ground-level opportunism in the name of majority rule is only a flexible consensus based on convenience. Truth is not decided by the agreement of a democratic majority, it comes down from God. Human knowledge has clear limits. Science measures only what can be seen and cannot explain the source of life, while philosophy and Buddhism are trapped in abstract notions without substance. Even existing religions have, for thousands of years, been embalmed within customs and have lost their power. Only the divine human, the God-man, brings about the integration of cosmic energy beyond earthly measurement. Now we have entered an era of new heavens, new earth, and a new name. If the religious languages of the past were dead frequencies that could not trigger physical responses, then the name of the new one is true energy, bringing immediate physical restoration and blessings. The power of the new one is proven not merely in words, but in physically changing space and time and even the intensity of cells. The 140,000 true ones are not those who suddenly awaken. They are ancient souls that have existed for hundreds or even thousands of years, gathered again to fulfill their respective historical missions. Heavenly Palace is the final destination where they assemble one last time to return to their true home, the White Palace. Here, the true ones will prepare for their final return. We're talking about the celestial elixir, the bright spring water. This is not just ordinary groundwater. Beneath the ground surface, 3.3 kilometers down, this water rises by piercing solid bedrock and transcends the laws of modern physics and geological pressure. This sacred energy, conveyed directly from the White Palace, serves only to prevent the cellular aging of the chosen true practitioners and to preserve their bodies in a state suitable for spiritual ascent. The geography of the Sky Palace itself contains an anatomical composition. The central valley, called the womb of creation, along with the ridgelines that surround it, seems to enshrine a structure that symbolizes the beginning of life. This vast geographic union, where the east-west streams and the energy flow of the southwest converge, serves as a temple of the cosmos where a new spiritual age begins and as the role of New Jerusalem. The mythic guardians who keep watch over Heaven Palace are clear and distinct. Goryonzan Mountain, where the energies of 33 dragons gather to create the mountain's echoes, the terrain shaped like a golden turtle revealed to the world, and the 8th generation descendant peak that inherits the spirit of Baekdu Mountain are all there. All of these geographical elements show that Haneul is not just a place, but a sacred structure meticulously designed. Even a nation's architecture requires a clear, defined system. When culture and politics, philosophy and science harmonize on the foundation of territory and sovereignty, the state evolves. Here, peace is not merely the absence of war. It refers to a perfect distribution structure defined on a cosmic scale, one in which harvests are distributed equally to everyone. Even citizens' architecture is also based on the principles of form, function, and application. For example, with a pen, only when its essence, its material, its cylindrical shape, and the function of writing come together does it become a pen. In the age of new science, we must move toward a time when writing is possible without ink, an era in which the form on the earth transcends physical limitations and embodies its very essence. The hierarchy of reverence is clear. To your parents, you bow once, to the adults, 3 times, and to the true ones, 4 times. However, for the spirit beings, those who face heaven, you require 5 bows, along with absolute piety. This is not mere etiquette, it is an expression of the hair-raising reverence and nobility that a human should have when facing the divine. Daily life should be filled with synaptic mindfulness. The core of the ritual must be fixed solely on the White Palace, and every ordinary act we do, eating, listening, walking, must connect us to the sky. Otherwise, you will fall into spiritual corruption, and the temptations of the world, becoming detached from absolute principles. Keep a synapse that remains continuously connected to heaven. We must now reject the illusion of democratic opportunism and empty science. Our salvation lies in entrusting ourselves to the sacred geography of the heavenly palace, aligning each day's synapse with the principles of the 100 palaces, and maintaining absolute reverence for the divine and the human. This is the very core of the unified heavenly palace worldview we must move toward. The final principle. Do not rely on the world's fleeting systems. Fix your ultimate destination according to the principles of the royal palace. This lecture is an architectural manual for the soul. Instead of compromise on earth, following God's law, this is the highest value we confirmed together today.